Yo, what up, Revolt?
Yo! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited!
We're here in the Alpha Team League SemiPro North American Grand Finals. And in the bottom right-hand corner, as the Teal Terran up first for the Ris3n community, it's Coda!
And up in the top left-hand corner, representing AlphaX, it's the red Protoss player, Sippy. It's a nice name. It makes me think of juice boxes, and that's, you know, I've had pretty much exclusively good memories with.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a juice packet kind of guy. I dig my
You're the
Capri
Capri Sun
Suns,
boy.
and on the rare occasion, the Kool-Aid packets.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, soccer moms. The legendary soccer moms. Sometimes they gave you oranges. Sometimes they gave you Kool-Aid.
Truly, those were great times. Ooh, recall on the probe. That's a nice little play. He's gonna pull that right back. And so far, everything appears normal from both these guys. The Reaper expand here from Coda. The Gateway expand here from Sippy Cup. So really, we've yet to see them kind of branch out.
So, we have a very stacked finals here tonight. Both teams definitely deserve to be here. Titans of the Semi-Pro League. Tell us a little bit about Coda's storyline in this league as a whole over the past several months.
Yeah, I mean, it's a storyline of just not losing. As when Semi-Pro started last season, he wasn't available right away. Wait, let's see if he loses the Reaper. Nope, it's going to. He joined us right as we went into the playoffs, available to play once again, and since then and the whole run of this season, he's yet to lose a game in Alpha Semi-Pro. So I keep thinking, like, every week, like, you know, oh, well, you know, maybe we'll win, but now be the time where, like, Coda drops a match or something goes wrong, and really that hasn't happened for him yet in Semi-Pro. He's just, he tends to turn up in a major big way. But he's got a stiff opponent here. I mean, Sippy Cup is certainly no pushover, and, you know, the finals is going to be the ultimate test of his.
I mean, there's a lot on the line tonight, you know, this is...
paused.
Oof. Okay, Coda needs a pause apparently, but there's a lot on the line tonight, you know. This is the grand finals. One team is going to be stuck with second place, while the other gets the sweetest reward of all. Do you know what that is, Revolt?
What is that?
E-gaming clout.
Dude, e-gaming clout is revered and known to be pretty much the best clout that there is.
So, this is your guys' second time in the ATL finals, is that correct?
Yes, it is, actually. And I was actually just checking right now, because I don't believe... No, I don't believe that AlphaX participated last season. So, interestingly enough, I feel like the storyline here is obviously we're playing to defend our crown that we won last season against White Knight East. Or, sorry, TSOP. White Knight was the semifinals. These guys are playing for the Royal Road, you know? There's nothing better than joining it and winning it on your first run, you know?
So, yeah, AlphaX has, they're running quite a few teams this season, having to continuously kill AlphaX LATAM, just put him down. It's kind of sad, actually. But the best AlphaX emerged through the process of Darwinism to face you guys, so...
Yeah.
I'm not a ref, so I can't talk. Yeah, if he disconnects, it will be a resume from replay.
Yeah.
Game resumed.
There we go. And we're back into things. And we got Widow Mines on the way here for Coda. Starport on the way as well. This will almost definitely be a Widow Mine drop. And interestingly enough, we see a Stargate coming out here for Sippy Cup. I feel like those have fallen out of style a little bit in PvT. But I feel like if executed correctly, can really, really, really pick apart Terrans that try and do 2 base pushes if you position yourself well. So I'm interested to see how he does with this, and it's going to be Phoenix first, too. I'm actually very interested in this play here by Sippy Cup.
Well, so... I mean, 3 Phoenix can shut down this upcoming Widowmine drop that's on its way for Coda. So, I mean, that's a dead giveaway. If Sippy Cup didn't know there was a Widowmine drop coming, he certainly does now.
Yeah.
With the hallucinated Phoenix going down.
Ooh, but that's 2 more barracks on the way here for Coda. And something about this tells me I don't think he's playing a macro game here. It looks like he's probably going to try and do a
2-base pressure, you say?
A 2-base. So my mistake. Yes, a 2-base pressure. You know, sustained, aggressive pressure.
I don't. You know, memes aside, there is a huge difference here, right? Coda has a couple options. He can do a 2-base pressure, which of course means he's going to take a 3rd behind it, or he can go straight up all in, keep rallying units, and pull the boys. Both of them are equally valid at this point, but we're going to have to just wait and see which one he does. He's going to start double pumping medevacs here, so it looks like it is going to be the pressure as opposed to the all-in.
Yeah, it looks like Sippy Cup is adding in all the things that he's going to want for his mid-game, the Robo, the Forge. He's going to want to get that likely armor upgrade. He's going to want to start getting those Robo. But he should... I mean, he's got to be planning on focusing, like, an anchor of defense with a lot of gateway units, and then these Phoenixes to kind of pick off, you know, any miscellaneous units that he can. And it looks like it's going to be Disruptors following this up, almost.
Yeah, Disruptors really, really, really in play right now in this matchup for the Protoss. More and more and more, they seem to have found heavy usage for them. So Coda opted not to go for the mine drop. He is instead going for the bio mine play, the 2-base push. Phoenix are going to enter the main at exactly the wrong time for Coda and start lifting up these SCVs.
Well, it looks like the boys from the Natural are at least on their way here, as the Robo Bay is finishing now. But this is very, very all in. He's pulled the guys, but Stim, Combat Shield, +1, all finishing. If he can jump on him here, he might just be able to...
Okay. So I was a little bit wrong. Coda did pull the boys here, so this is a lot more all in.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Colossus on the way for Sippy Cup, but it's a long way away, and the Phoenix eat the mine shot. Coda storming into the Protoss Natural, gunning down a ton of probes. The Immortal backed into a corner, and there's no Warp Prism to save it. Phoenix firing ineffectually at the medevacs are going to get gunned down by Marines. Coda takes out the shield batteries one at a time. Stalkers trying to close in from the back, but they don't seem to be able to. They are trapped in the corner as well.
They're boxed in, and that's really most of the army out here. There is one Colossus, but a Colossus is very good against this army if it has support, and that support is all gone. He's going to try and get in some Adepts now, but I just don't know if those have the meat for it. Coda's going to kill the Natural, and I think he can stim on this. Here we go. He's going up the...
Okay, Coda picks off the Colossus, and that's going to be GG. Ris3n takes game.
I mean, win or lose, he has now completed his lossless run through the whole. But anyway, here we are.
Yes, here we are indeed on Zen. Getting that out of the way. Second up. And in the top right corner, as the purple Terran, for AlphaX, its last surprise.
And spawning down in the bottom left-hand corner, representing Ris3n Competitive. In the first time where he's going to be fielded for SemiPro, it is Kilimanjaro. Debut in the finals, Renegade. It's pretty crazy. Crazy time.
I mean, I hope he doesn't blow his top. If you know what I mean.
I admire the volcano.
That was
joke.
a volcano joke, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was a go. I was there. I was there with you. I like it. I see where your head's at.
So Revolt, how do you feel about phoenixes fighting dragons?
How do I feel about phoenixes fighting dragons? You know, I feel like one of those things is born from the ashes and the other isn't, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on the lore, right? Because, like, don't you need, like, fire to awaken dragon eggs and blood sacrifice and whatever? But a phoenix can regenerate from, like, a feather, so it can just infinitely attack the dragon. Dragons don't get second lives. So, I don't know, man.
If we go into the lore of this match a little bit, I guess you're right. We dove deeper into that than I thought we would, but hey, the more you know. You know, we've examined that premise now. And actually, this is Kilimanjaro blocking the Expo. It's gonna cost him an SCV, but it's just a little bit annoying there.
So, Kilimanjaro is one of our pickups from Aggression Gaming, no?
No, he's not.
He's not? Where did he come from?
He's been around. He just so Kilimanjaro, I'll tell you what, has had the worst luck. About 2 or 3 times now he's been fielded to play, like last week at SemiPro, and like the match either 3-0 or 0-3 works out, so he doesn't. It's actually like kind of insane how many times that has happened to him, but he's been a member of Ris3n Competitive for a while now. He's featured in amateur a decent amount this season, I think, or he like almost did. He might have played once or twice, and he's playing stand-in actually for Kasai, another mainstay of our lineup today. So I don't know. He was excited, ready to play. I'm excited to see what we see from him. You know.
Yeah. It's disappointing Kasai couldn't make it tonight. He is on a mission to sneeze on Joe Biden, so it's taken longer than we thought, but he'll be back eventually.
It's quite an undertaking, that.
So, last surprise, what I know of him is he's been competing in the AlphaX Apprentice, and he's been struggling a little bit, especially in the TVP or a TVT matchup. He was taken down by June 3-0 a couple weeks back, and from what I know of Kilimanjaro, he's on par with June, so I think we're gonna have a kind of even matchup, slightly favoring Kilimanjaro here.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to see. Last surprise, I mean, he's played in one of my tournaments before, I know it. And he seems like a guy that's pretty, you know, he's used to playing in a competitive environment, and that might give him a little bit of an edge, because, you know, scenarios like this can turn up the pressure a little bit as well. It looks like it's going to be a Liberator here for Kilimanjaro. It's going to be the first sort of aggression. We are going to see that defensive Cyclone here for last surprise, and I think that's going to be very useful in defending this initial Liberator.
A Raven hits the field as well. Can drop an auto turret to help fight. Oh my god, a huge shot goes off for Kilimanjaro. He is going to win the ground war here. But he does ultimately get repelled. However, he did trade a little bit more efficiently in that engagement. Last surprise is going to drop the repair. So he will ultimately hold this off, but a nice start.
Ooh, and in the main, there's the Liberator that's actually going to delay a ton of mining time. Actually, maybe not that much. It's actually going to dip before that Cyclone comes back. But he keeps it alive, too. So overall, I think that was a nice little poke, coming out around even. That's a pretty quick third CC here for Kilimanjaro, though, I feel like. Especially on site.
Yeah, especially on a tiny map like Zen. If Last Surprise catches wind of this in time, he can just kind of storm across the map and take it down. But the question is, will he? He's not sending out any scouting units right now. There's a ton of Vikings in the air, so sending out the Ravens would be a very bad idea for the Purple Terran right now. Kilimanjaro rallying a Liberator around to the main. But a Cyclone is on patrol to intercept.
Ooh, he sees it though and backs out. Smart play.
But he tries to go back in. But the patrol didn't catch it! Oh no!
Okay. Oh, great pull away there. Excellent reaction time by Last Surprise. Locks on, stays out of the range. Perfectly defends that. It's just going to cost him a little bit of mining time.
Well, this is a little bit more mining time.
Yeah.
And this is a little bit more still, but still value for Last Surprise, I think.
Yeah, especially, I mean, he's got those 2 Ravens up, and Kilimanjaro doesn't have any, and that always makes me nervous, especially when tank counts are low, how much those Ravens can impact them. Looks like it is going to be mech here from Kilimanjaro. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Mech versus Bio games, in my opinion, always the most interesting TVTs. Get a little bit of clash of style.
So, Last Surprise, sitting his Hellions right outside the radar tower. He's going to drop a scan in the main. He still hasn't scouted this 3rd base, but I mean, the radar tower going up is a pretty big tell. Both players can always see those radar fields of... It's not fields of vision. I guess it would be like fields of minimap awareness.
Like, yeah, and it's not. I was gonna say detection, and then I was like, wait, no, it's not even
No,
detection.
it's not a
That's something
detector,
different. Yeah. Of radar, we can just call it the radar.
But I don't know that Last Surprise knows just how long this 3rd has been up and running, and how much of an economic lead Kilimanjaro has had. That economic lead is really gonna help him take off an army supply very shortly.
Yeah, and he's getting a big head start on the Viking War too. He's at 10 to the 5 of Last Surprise, and air control in these tank-based fights is so... But, I mean, it feels like we've kind of entered the, alright, I'm gonna macro, okay cool, I'll macro too phase of this game, where both players are kind of like, alright, I'll build my army, you build your army, and then we'll see what's what, you know?
Yeah, but, I mean, Last Surprise is just late to the party. It's like, Kilimanjaro left him a message on the cell phone, and it's like, hey, I'll macro, and then Last Surprise never checked his cell phone, and he's like, alright, I guess I'll just macro, you know?
Yeah, I mean, economically, he did get a little bit behind, but he did catch a little bit of a lead, definitely on the upgrades here. So he's gonna have those going in his favor as well. But I agree, right? Like Kilimanjaro, especially now adding more production, his army is just gonna get huge really, really quick. And big mech armies are scary. I don't think anybody needs to be told that.
Okay, Last Surprise is moving out. The Hellion is going to be pulled back, so it won't scout this.
I don't know if he's got quite enough bio with this marauding army. Let's see, it's only 7 tanks here for Kilimanjaro though. His tank count is not crazy.
But the Viking count is a little bit crazy, and he has more than enough to one-shot volley these full energy Ravens.
That's true. If he focus fires him down, he can certainly snipe him. Plus, it's going to be so hard here for Last Surprise to get these runs. Oh,
There it goes!
there's one Raven down.
That's so much energy gone. That's so much energy.
My goodness.
There's the second
one sniped out as well.
And just like that, Last Surprise cannot push into this. He absolutely cannot. He has no utility to do so. He has to back out. And you can really see that army supply taking off. Kilimanjaro up 25.
Yeah, and his army is just massive here.
And now upgrades have hit the field for the Red Terran as well.
Yeah, he's getting that +2 attack started. His 4th looks like he's floating over now.
Game paused.
Looks like we got a brief pause here.
Game paused. Game resumed.
Oh. A little bit of a jump there, but it looks like here we go, and we might have our first big fight here. So the Vikings are going to land on these tanks, clear everything out. But at the same time, the Bio's running across and taking out the 4th base here of Kilimanjaro, and it looks like they might start trading. Oh, nope, it looks like Kilimanjaro is going to retreat to clear this out and save.
I don't know if he really needed to. The Hellions seem to be doing the work on their own. Another Stim Forest, and a lot of these units are in the red, or at least the orange.
Yeah, I'd like to see him go try and push this 3rd base after he kind of clears this out a little bit. I mean, his army is huge, and he could totally set up a siege fire. Actually, sorry, the 4th, on his 4th base. I feel like he's got a really good spot there to get sieged up. Here we go. That's a great arc for Last Surprise, though. Here comes the big siege up. Oh my gosh, and that obliterated so much of that bio. Oh, Kilimanjaro. Oh, he unsieged everything, though. You don't want to do that. That's going to allow Last Surprise to get a decent trade here. He needs to leapfrog, and it looks like he's going to begin to do that. But right now, the army supply is hugely in his favor. He needs to begin. Oh, but this constant repair just costs so much money here.
And Last Surprise is almost out of money. There it is. That's the last of the repair going down. There's no more units coming out here for the Purple Terran.
Yeah.
In the meantime, these minerals in the main and in the natural are starting to dwindle.
Yeah, looks like there's a fight here over the other side of the map. The Vikings land, and they're going to start to clear out some of this bio, which is really going to limit Last Surprise's ability to get out on the map. He's still trying to repair this planetary. It just saps all his money and then dies anyway. Although, keep in mind, Kilimanjaro has not re-established his 4th base yet. I think he definitely wants to do that. But he's going to go in on these tanks. They're going to get blown up here. And I think he might have too much. Sieging up at the bottom of this ramp here. Depot's starting to go down. Last Surprise really just needs to try and muster up his forces as much as he can without letting these tanks get in critical position. These Hellions and Vikings marauding around to the other side really push him around, and it looks like Kilimanjaro is going to try and rotate at this 3rd base now, which is relatively undefended. He should be able to get on top of it with it. Here's the siege up. Last Surprise is going to try and come in, but I don't think he has enough. The tank volleys go off. He's dropped below 100 supply, and I think that Kilimanjaro might just have done it.
Yeah, Last Surprise is going to try and hang on, but now he's bleeding out SCVs as well. Vikings going to shut this CC down very quickly, way before it reaches the main. And a handful of bio pushes out. They do get 2 tank kills. And they will storm across the map, but there's way too many buildings for them to trade against, let alone this tank line holding things down, and that's the last of the army supply here for Last Surprise. GG. It's a very stable Genius map.
You know, I think I understand that. Sounds like a pretty awesome map.
I just think it's pretty balanced for all 3 matchups, and that of course favors Zerg. Which, you know, I am.
Fair enough. But here we are.
In the bottom right corner, for Ris3n, it's Bowman.
And up in the top left-hand corner, representing AlphaX, it is Melody. So, these guys, Derek was pretty excited. He said Melody apparently he's been like getting back into things. That's why they wanted to play this extra bonus game. Because he said he hadn't been playing much, and get a chance to see how he does. You know, still get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And Bowman, obviously, I think is no slouch of a competitor for.
Bowman's been Bowman's been getting back into the game more and more too. I see him streaming all the time. He is gonna do Protoss things. He's walling off the net. He's probably gonna get a Cybercore, probably gonna get an expansion. Melody going hatch gas pool. I feel like Bowman's a very strong mid-range Protoss player. He's gonna try to take it to the mid-game and win there.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna do a 2-base pressure or try to take a third, but thirds are very in meta right now, so...
Thirds are very in right now, yes. Very stylish, very fashionable. You might be right now. I'm betting he's gonna go Stargate here, right? You thinking that, or you think we're gonna go more of like an Archon drop type?
Archon drops aren't really in meta right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see some Adepts, some Stargates. There's the Stargate. And there's the Adept.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, that's just the first Adept. He might not be going Adepts, but he very well might. Looks like Melody's checking around. He's gonna get this third base up. So just doing the standard Zergy things over here.
Well, you know how the saying goes, right? 1 Adept, shame on me. 2 Adepts, shame on you. 3
That's
Adepts,
true.
that's a glaive. That's a glaive all in.
That's a glaive. That's a glaive. Yeah. It's probably gonna be an Oracle first here for Bowman, I would guess. It's gonna be a Phoenix. Nope, it's gonna be an Oracle. Started the Phoenix, canceled it, made the Oracle. So double Adept and an Oracle probably gonna be poking around the other side of the map. Although Speed is gonna be finishing up around when that hit.
I always feel like the Oracle is the stronger opener. I mean, there are plenty of Protoss who go Phoenix first. And, you know, of course it does kill the Scouting Overlord, but I always
But I
feel
mean, they're
like...
gonna see the Stargate either way. You might as well get the Oracle first. I think I agree.
I always feel like the Scouting Overlord being killed by the Phoenix is like that meme where the guy's like, ah, yes, it's the guy from the Stonks memes, and he's like, ah, yes,
Yeah.
Stargate.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's like...
Could this be a Stargate? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not shutting down scouting or anything, but...
2 queens there to deflect that Oracle, though. The Adepts are going to complete that shade. Oh, 12 more on the way now. And that is the second Stargate. Bowman's going to try and sneak around with these Adepts, and it looks like they are going to die.
Melody
Oh, we're seeing some double Stargate.
is going to get pretty badly supply blocked from losing that Overlord surprisingly. This is hitting pretty hard.
Yeah,
Actually,
okay, I
oh,
like
no.
this though. He sees the second Stargate with the Phoenixes and he immediately throws down a Roach Horn and a Baneling Mist. Or did he cancel? No, he canceled the Roach Horn. Never mind, maybe thinking better of a snap decision there.
Well, as the Zerg player, you know, you can go for that Roach Bane all in. But you
Yeah,
can
he definitely
also
thought about it there.
just spam drones. You know, get 2 spores at each base, which looks to be the route that Melody's taking.
Yeah. Looks like Bowman is going to try and get that third base up there, though. There are a lot of Lings lurking over here, and they are going to stop that from happening anytime soon. Question is can these Phoenixes get enough damage done? And I think they just could. He's already supply blocked. He's going to lose 2 more, it looks like. Oh, maybe not. These Phoenixes so far being very annoying. Melody's going to go for the main, though. And there's just 1 Stalker. Can he warp anything? And oh, he's sneaking Lings in. Okay, he's got an Oracle there. He wall it up. He walls it off. Ooh, he's getting a little dicey there, though.
Yeah, I think Melody was wise to back those Lings off. The Oracle would have burned them all down. The Phoenix Force has quite a bit of energy for when it eventually decides to just YOLO into the Spore Crawlers and kill everything in sight.
Yeah. Ooh. It's 2 more drones. And keep in
Bowman
mind
being
with
pretty conservative, though.
Yeah, that's true. He's focusing mainly on keeping those Phoenixes alive, which is good because if you get that count high enough, you can just start picking off low numbers of Hydras, which can be very... It looks like that's kind of what he's sharking around for. Run in, get a few drones, but more importantly, keep those Phoenixes alive. There is no 4th down here yet for Melody, but Bowman just getting his own 3rd set up. So far, he doesn't really have much of a ground army. That Twilight isn't even done, so really leaning pretty heavily on these Phoenixes right now. Ooh, but he is going to pick off some Hydras. Gets 3 of them, but loses a Phoenix. Do you like Phoenix play in this matchup, Renegade?
I mean, it's... I guess it depends on what you mean by, like, do I like to use it? Yes. Do I like to play against it? Yes. Do I think it's a strategically good decision? Maybe. It really depends on the player you're facing in a tournament setting, because it can look really, really, really good as long as you have your transition points down, as long as you get into carrier eventually, or get a bunch of charge lots on the ground to counter the Hydra. Or, you know, the Zerg can just defend it and absolutely dummy you.
Yeah.
Make the Phoenix look like they aren't even units. Bowman, though, doing a good job of picking the Zerg apart, and it does look like he wants to go into that charge lot Archon Storm transition as opposed to the carriers.
Yeah.
And by looks like, yeah, I mean he is. That's exactly
He's Storm's almost done. There's 2 more Robos as well. Interesting. 11 Banelings being made here for Melody.
Alright, so Melody is way too late to take a 4th mount. He's gonna be... Well, I mean, like, to saturate it, though? Do you think he's gonna, try to go up to 80-90 workers?
I think he's gonna go with these Banelings he's got.
But I think it's a little bit too late. I mean, Storm's already finished up for Bowman, and it's gonna do terrible things to these light units.
It's true, but there's a lot of Storm, but beyond that, it's really just these Zealots. Like, there's not really any Archons or Immortals here backing up the punch. I feel like this could be dicey here for Bowman if these Banelings can get on top of the Storm. He's got a lot of units here, and it looks like he's going to come in. It's a good first Storm. Good first. It's going to be a very technical defense. A great stasis ward there. Storm's going down more and more on these Hydras. The Banelings are charging in. They get most of the tempo, but there's 1 more, and I think he has 2 Storms. No, he only has 1. He drops it, and then he is going to fall himself, and most of Bowman's army is now down. He's trying to get out some Immortals, but I don't think he can get back enough to stop him.
There is a stasis ward back here. Bowman can reposition the Immortals behind there and trap some of these Hydra, but I think Melody senses what's going on. A lot of the Zealots going down. Bowman isn't dead yet, but things are looking grim. GG.
GG is called. Melody take. GG's. Well, that was a fun game to cap it off. We got to see all of our players play. And once again, Ris3n is the champion of Alpha Semi-Pro Renegade, 2 for 2. But AlphaX certainly had a terrific season of their own.
Yeah, congratulations to you guys.